Hello, everybody. Didn't seem to like that very much, did it? My introduction video. Probably too many megapixels in it. So hello, J94, and hello, Lynn. I forgot to put the gap between the long and the now, Lynn, but never mind. As you can see, I've got all my trains running that I had this afternoon, and having looked at the this afternoon's run on the TV, slightly disappointed, I would say. Hello, Luke's Model Trains, and thank you for coming. Hello, Alan. You're here, are you? Good man. Well, you're always here because you're on the side of that building, aren't you? So, yeah, you're always here. I've got my car the other side of that building now. Although you can't see it from now. You might be out just about here. And hello, John. Thank you very much. So, I've got the trains running like I had this afternoon, and I've got to say I wasn't overly impressed. I think the actual quality of the picture is better, but it's still stuttering and whatever. So, as you see from the title of this screen, I'm going to chat, but I'm also going to be testing still, because this is the sort of time I will be broadcasting, won't I, if we do some more. So I think the first thing to do is, obviously, even though it's 8 or 9 times more bandwidth than I had before, I'm still putting too much into it to get it to come up nicely. And I don't know what you think. Hello, Peter, and hello, Carl. Who else? Hello, Wyvern. Only. So we're up to here. Hold on. Right, have I missed anybody else? Anybody? No, it's all right. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop some of these trains. So bear with me while I and hello, Stuart. I'm going to stop some of these trains. I think what I'll do, I'll leave the 101 DMU running in the middle, and I'll stop the other two. So would you be my guinea pigs and tell me what you think the picture? Oh, why? It's better than last time, is it? Well, I've got it on the cable connection rather than the Wi-Fi, which is what they recommend. And hello, Stephen. Cheers, mate, for coming. Right, while you do those, I'm going to pop out and go into Railmaster, and I'll do what I just said. So just a minute. Just a minute. So let's stop the early St Germans in the station, shall we? Okay. Not too bad, except for people in the last coach who have to get down on the track. And now just have a go at the 395. I'll find it. Now what I'm planning on doing is we can stop there. Although I think we'll overshoot. Yes, carry him on a bit more. Takes a long time to stop this 395. It takes a long time to start up as well. So I need to slow it down a bit before I get there, I think. I've not quite mastered this one yet. So you raise it up and it starts shooting off, and then you slow it down, and then it really goes. So let's see if we can do it this time. I'm going to try and stop it just at the end of the platform here, the curve one. I know the train's a little bit long for the platform, but whatever. Oh, look, it's gone again. Okay, well, we'll leave it there, shall we? So pop that out there. I don't think it'll hurt for the time being. So Cool, got 17 on. Anybody else? No, nobody new? Peter Shaw. Hello, Peter. Thanks for joining me, old son. And am I getting any feedback on the picture quality? I've had one. You've been upsetting John, Cole. Lots of fat fingers. I'm making a cup of tea. I've got mine here. Thank you very much, John. So you don't need to make me one. So as stopping all them trains made the picture a lot better, is my question to you. Because I have actually got 4 trains that can run tonight. So what I thought with this one is I can run this into the terminal station, hopefully stopping it before it goes through the buffers at the end. And then I can switch the 395 to the inside, and then run the Earlers and Germans on the middle track, but all one at a time. Picture good and sound good. Okay, good. Oh, Susanna. Hello, Susanna. Welcome. This is my new high-speed broadband, I don't think. But my upload speed is 8 times faster than it was in the old days. So I was expecting a bit better than this. Although I must admit that John did warn me that it might not be so good as I was hoping. Hello, David. Thank you for joining. So I've had a few comments over well, not just recently, but sort of it gets a bit boring with the same view of the camera. So can you let me know if you'd like me to move the camera about a bit? You do you, Susanna? Well done, thank you. Picture's crystal clear. Right, that's obviously maybe. Now, has it improved since I stopped the other 2 trains, please? Yes or no? Hello, Ollie, isn't it? Warden Road. Hello. Watched your bit. That was nice. I like the running bits in the one you did. Really nice. I think your broadband's a bit quicker than mine. By about 10 times, I should think, looking at yours. So my tea's nearly warm. Yeah, but if I stand on one leg, Peter, I fall over and then they have to break the door down to come in and get me. So I don't particularly want to do that, if you don't mind. You're welcome to do it if you wish. I take it you're indoors, are you? Not in the shed? So just make sure you've got something to hang on to. Actually, talking about that, I think I'll put my my barrier up. If I can remember how to do it. I did have it up yesterday, this afternoon. There we are. That's better, isn't it? I think you can see that. Oh, yes, you can. It's there, look. See? That stops me going over the edge. Provide great entertainment. Who, me? Or Peter? Peter's always entertaining, as is Alan, of course. So, am I getting a reply about the camera moving, anybody? Not at the moment. You're all saying hello to each other. Okay. Well, I've got... Yeah, I understand that, John. What I'm... no difference, okay. Right. What I'm planning on doing is putting my hand over the camera so that you just get black and then you won't go seasick, will you? I do understand what you're saying and I totally agree with you. So it's just really an experiment to be able to move it, you know. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do, we've been going 10 minutes. So I'm going to let the little 101 go around for a little bit longer, and then the passengers have got giddy going round and round, so I'm going to take them into the terminal station so they can go and have a nice cup of tea and a bun. We'll give it a kick and see if it moves. What's that? Peter's leg or the camera? Standing on one leg. Yeah, that's going to be good, isn't it? What, holding the aerial up? Well, people used to do that, didn't they? I think I've seen it. In some comedy shows. So yeah, great fun. The camera, yes, okay, I got that. Okay, good. I'd rather you didn't kick it. It's got feelings, you know. It's a Microsoft camera, you know. It has got feelings. You kick it, you're kicking Bill Gates, isn't you? And all his good works. So I don't know how many of you missed the beginning, but I did manage. To bring this up, look, which is my intro that I normally have on my normal videos. So in StreamYard now, you can actually bring a video in fact, more than one, and play it. Although, as I said, I've tried this and it was a bit not very good. I think it's a bit too much megabits in it to play properly on my what's the name. Yeah, they can get a robot. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I suppose I should have gone for the even more expensive. What was it? 67, I think, megabit one you can have. But I'm not even sure that would be as good as some of you others. And also, I've paid £2 a month more for this, so I'm not too unhappy because it is better, I think, slightly. But I think the bigger one would be about £10 or £15 more a month. And as a pensioner, I don't particularly want to spend that sort of money on something that I don't use that often. You know, I'm not doing one every week, am I? So I hope you agree with that. So. Right, I'm going to get this 101 into the station, and bear with me. Chat amongst yourselves, I'm sure you will. Are you still saying hi, everybody? Yeah, and you start humming, Alan, and John will play something along with it. That's interesting. What would that be? I don't know. Anyway, let me get Railmaster back up. And we want to slow it down somewhat, don't we? At least it's going around the right way, so that's all. So let's start slowing it down. Switch the point and get it into the station. I suppose we could do a little bit of a horn. Sounds good, that all. This is where it will stick because I haven't cleaned the track, I expect. We'll see. So, yeah, here we go. Do I take it down the end of the station? I suppose I do. I have a bit of trouble seeing what's going on from my seat here. I usually stand up sometimes. Come along, little Backman, a little bit more. Go on, a bit more. That'll do. All the people can get out now. Well, they could, except it's not working. I'm having a few issues with my Railmaster, I believe. Anyway, right, so we'll change the point back and we'll get the 395 running around the inside. We even got it as 375 on here, you know. I didn't notice that. I think I'll bother changing. Right, so we're gonna where are we gonna switch it? I'll run it back the other way, I think. I'll run it backwards and then it can go. Oh no, that's right. No, we're right. It's okay. No, that is right. So I need to run it backwards. and we need to run that one backwards, and we'll just get it running a bit. So this is now being pushed. We'll let it build up a bit of speed. I'll get these points have been a bit of a pain sometimes. That one's done, I think. Good. Let it run around a little bit more. And hopefully the point will change okay. I think sometimes they're all off the same box and they don't have that charge there. I think that one's gone. I'm going to have a look, make sure. Yeah. So, difficult one might be the inside one to change it back. I won't go long to do it, will I? Yeah, it did it. That's good. So I'll come back to you now. And we'll leave that running around. Well, how are we doing? Hello, Peter. Yeah, I can do some of them. I wouldn't want to do it with this one. I'll go straight through the buffers. Now, John. Now, Alan. You have John on top here and things like that, you know. We're not on your murder mystery now. Yeah, that smoke was good, Lee. You know, the fire brigade being called out, it'd be much more smoke out of that. YouTube restrictions on live streaming? What? How many or length or what, Susanna? Don't know. I don't do an awful lot, do I? And this is going to be an hour, so Robert sorted his broadband out, but he just hasn't opened the wallet enough to get the top whack one. And I'm not even sure it'd be good. I mean, bearing in mind, this is all coming down a bit of wire from a telegraph pole outside my house. You know, it's been there for what, 60 years? I don't know. Yes, come on, Robert, stream and wake up. But don't forget to put the earplugs in, everybody, all right? You like the old javelin, Peter, dear? I suppose it comes through your way, doesn't it? Yeah, it goes through the southeast, isn't it? So I think it would go your way, wouldn't it? Alan's laughing again, I see. Never mind. Right, what's that like in the stream? Is that pixelating down the track? If I could turn the sound on, I would, but there isn't any sound in this one, so I'm safe there. It does make quite a bit of row with the wheels, I must say, which is good, isn't it? Because it doesn't make any other sound. You better believe it, Peter. I came on and did 15-minute ones and half-hour ones. And I did do it, near enough. Yes, I might overrun a couple of minutes, but I've agreed with my modulators that that's what we'll do. You know, we're all busy people, have other things to do, like I said. But if you don't, Alan, we quite understand, you know, you're getting on a bit, you know. It's oh, yeah, interesting point, by the way, peoples. And I know that's your saying, Peter, but there we are. See this? Can you see that? Yeah, it's there, isn't it? Got that today in the post. It's invited me for a jab in the NHS. Although, given their due, it does say if you've already had it or you've got one booked, then ignore the letter. But I thought, well, if I send that out to 30,000 people, that's a bit of money going out, isn't it? You know? You did definitely modulate, did you, John? Good, good. That's what you're here for, as well as joining in. You didn't know what you're doing again, Alan. I think there's a lot goes on in my streams that I don't know about, I reckon. So, how are we doing with the the train going round? Is it looking all right? Is it sounding weird? Because I did notice it didn't actually help the sound very much, did it? I don't know what you think. So I'm going to. I think is it worth me trying to do this? You got one after your jab, Peter, did you? Oh, right, okay. I mean, they are telling me that they will contact me to get the second one, even though I've already got it. So it's fine. Good Wyvern, thank you very much. Rachel's got a stream on, hasn't she? Now, I think. 9:30, I think Rachel's got one on. I did see a bit of a. She's sort of ripping up our double O layout, isn't she? A bit. Wants to put some helixes in. Seems to be the end thing. Challenges and helixes, doesn't it? We got Chadwick doing this, and some of the American ones have got loads, and obviously Sparky's got that big helix, isn't he? Massive thing. So yeah, 9:30. Yeah, I thought I was right. They do take some notice, you know. It doesn't all go in that ear and out the other one. Although the sawdust does make a bit of a barrier, I must admit. But there we are. So does anybody want me to move that camera? Or would you like to leave it where it is? There is one advantage of me moving it. You probably won't have to see this, will you? You won't be in the picture, probably. Is that an oh right, move it? Or oh right, leave it where it is, Alan? To be a bit more specific, my man. As I said, it goes in and sorry a bit, you know? So Rachel's doing one on her teeth N gauge, I assume, because the O gauges have worked, the double O's have worked, is it? All disassembled. Helixes are a bit of a pain, I think. They're quite as Chadwick, Charlie Chadwick's pointing out, isn't he? You know, they all have their problems, I think. I think the answer is to make them really, really shallow, isn't it? You know, if you do a 1% gradient. I did actually, you'd be interested to know, I did think of doing a helix in the corner over there to get my track up over my bookcase and then run it sort of right down the side of the loft. And I looked at it, and with a second radius curve, so Hornby second radius curve, I wouldn't actually get enough, you know, to do a really low thing. I wouldn't get enough to get a train between the two tracks, you know, top and bottom sort of thing. So, and they are very costly, yes, Alan. That is another reason for not doing it. But there we are. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slow down the 395, very slow, and then I'm going to bring the Earlers of Germans to the middle track, because I think you can see them better on the middle track, don't you? And I know that going slow, and then I'll try and do a few shots with the camera, you know, sort of close up if it works. So I advise you that to take the C6 tablets now. Okay, everybody. So I'll be with you in a minute. Carry on talking between yourselves, which is what we're doing anyway. All right. Back to Railmaster. Okay. So we're going to turn him down a bit, aren't we? I've been going around at about 5. What's 5 like? Oh, blimey, that's a bit slow, isn't it? Let's go up 1. That'll do. So I now need to get some Germans. And I'm surprised that Kelly isn't on, so she must be having a bit of trouble with her broken wrist, I would think. But I'm sure she would. She hardly ever misses some Germans going on. two fellas. Wrong way. Go the other way. I've only got one row of locos now. I used to have two rows, but obviously with my extended fiddle yard, I've had to make this all a bit smaller and extend it over a bit. So I've only got one row of locos. I mean, it's still pretty quick to get to them till you overshoot. So I'll get her running. Here she goes. And I'm going to have to take her over the points on the far side, I think, to get her in the middle. So I'll try and change it. Now this one is a bit of a pain sometimes as well. And I'm going to go and check that that one's moved, because that one doesn't go very well. Need a bit of maintenance, I think. Oh, you can mind me head. Yeah, not great. Right, let's try the other one. I think the other one's okay. Keeps me fit, all this ducking and diving as who was he? Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. Right, coming round, so we might as well change it. And we'll see what happens. Carnage will follow. Off. I'll just raise the speed up a little bit. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Are you ready for this? Very nice so far. I now need to move that one back. We'll go and check it again. Sounds like it went. That one sounds like it went. I'm going to make a noise, so you'd never know, would you? Right, I'll be back to you in a minute. Yeah, they're fine. Right, so I hope you've been good while I've been away. You got anybody new? Rory, hello Rory. No, you haven't missed anything, Rory. Nothing's been going on. Spelt wrong before, but yeah, I must admit I do use the spell checker quite a bit. I think I'm up there. Yeah. So Rory, I've got faster broadband, and I was hoping it would be really, really good. But I suspect that you're saying that it's not really, really good, even though my upload speed is 8 or 9 times faster than I used to have, which is pretty amazing, really. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sort of see what I can run and what I can't, and how good the picture will be. And I won't really know until I watch it on the TV downstairs. But I did one this afternoon, only on Wi-Fi, and at the moment I've got it plugged into a wired connection. And I was disappointed, I must admit, but there we are. But it's only costing me £2 a month more. So that's brought you up to date, really. We've got Susanna here somewhere and a few others. I did have Richard on this afternoon, but he's not obviously made it. Perhaps he's having to film something, or he's there, but he's not keeping his head below the parapet, which he does do something. He comes right at the end. I haven't gone anywhere. I've been controlling the trains. That's what I'm here for. I'm the back controller, remember? Yeah, you're welcome, Rory. I hope you're enjoying it. You've not been on before. It's a 10-foot by 5-foot layout with a rather long fiddle yard up into the corner of the loft, and I moved it up from the dining room table where it used to be. So, and there are videos showing. I'm not in focus. I'm on bad news, isn't it? Yeah, it is. got a stream right across my face, haven't I? I need to move down that way a bit, and I all this moving around. So I'm lurking, yeah. Yeah, well, we both do that, Alan. Well, no, you're fairly out in the open when you do yours. Well, I am when I do a proper video, but it's I've got to control the train off the computer. I've got to look at the comments on the computer. You know, the computer does everything. That's why I was a bit worried this morning when I couldn't sign into it. A bit of a pain. You like to see trains. I do like to see trains run, but you wouldn't think a lot of people do by some of the views I get on mine. But there we are. Yeah, there is a password on the broadband to actually get in. It comes, from the provider. So, and as far as I know, I haven't found a way of changing it. But it's one of it's good enough, I think. You do sometimes wonder when you see cars parked outside with people sitting in them, or computers, don't you? So if I see that, I usually go down there and turn it off. But I don't think they're actually doing what you think they're doing. They're just playing games on their computers because they can, the battery. You're in New South Wales, are you? In South Wales in Australia, are you? So down near Sydney and whatever. I've been to Brisbane, I've been to Sydney, I did the Sydney Bridge Walk. I've been to Ayers Rock, or Uluru, or what it's called. I've done the Great Barrier Reef, snorkeling and that. What else have I done? Been on the Ghan. Done the Great Ocean Road. Although it was shut most of it when I was there, but I saw all the bits. And then I went to New Zealand. And I actually sailed where they're doing the America's Cup at the moment, which obviously has been a bit disrupted by the COVID. I even sailed under the bridge, in a 50-foot yacht there in that harbour. So I made you made to Australia, you made to Ost, did I? Yeah. Well, yeah. And of course, Melbourne is in a bit of a lockdown, wasn't it, for 4 days or so? And one of our people lives here on the New South Wales Victoria border, I believe. Yeah, we get about. We've got a few in America, although they don't seem to be on at the moment. I suppose they're in mid-afternoon, aren't they? You've done a zip wire, 100 miles an hour for a mile. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's when you stop in it, Alan. So, how are we doing? Well, we've had half of the time, just after. So, can I use you as guinea pigs, and can you tell me what sort of? Some are saying the picture's good. Are you all getting a good picture? I mean, I suppose in a way it can also be dependent on what your broadband's like, if you're getting it through your TV. And how many watch it on TV and how many on a computer or a tablet? And was that it while in Wales, Alan? Was it near you? Or somewhere exotic? It does hurt when you stop, does it? Oh, right. So you're a masochist as well, eh? I didn't know that. That's interesting to know. Okay, Rory, cheers. So if it's perhaps distance is what you need, eh? Yeah, perhaps distance is what you need. Wherever you are, but you're obviously not in Australia, are you, over in the hill? You're on a tablet, Roy, are you? Right, so it's good on that. I did notice when I looked at this afternoon's one back on the computer, it was a bit better. It must have been because it's a smaller screen, isn't it? I've got a what have I got? I got a 43-inch TV that I watch it on. Up a Welsh mountain, Alan. Well done. Good. Or down it rather, isn't it? All right. Yeah. UHD computer monitor. Okay. Wyvern. For your 66th birthday, Alan, which was last year, wasn't it? Or the year before? You're 67, aren't you? I think. Something like that. Spring chicken, mate. Right, so I'm going to have a go at moving this camera. So I hope you've all taken your seasick pills, or your airsick pills may be more appropriate, and we'll see how we go. But we've lost a few. We've got 21 on. Can anybody that can comment come on and say you're still there? Because I've not seen Susanna for a while. She's probably working on her thing. Yeah, and we're sort of we've only got a few actually bothering to talk, which is fair enough. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So I'll be back in a minute and we'll see what I do with this camera. I've got a little weight here that might help hold it up because it's not got a thing. So I'll actually show you what holds the camera up. Are you ready for this? Right. I've got to try and do it without banging the head. So I'm going to put my hand over the camera and I'm going to unclip it. I can. There we are. Right. I'm just going to turn you around and you can see. Can you see? I can't see what you're seeing, but so a couple of those cramps like that, and then I just cramp this into here. So you're going to have to tell me when I come back what it's like. So I'll move it very, very slowly, and I'll try and put it here. And I'm hoping it might stay, and then I can go and have a look. So, is that good or not? Or too near? So what do you think of that? And did that work for you? "500 feet in a minute, Alan. That's quite fast, isn't it?" Good. Well, in essence, if I have a smaller picture, i.e. not so much of the layout, then you haven't got to transmit so much pixels, have you? So it should actually be a bit better. And I think that is definitely better than if I'd have done it in the old broadband speed. Don't forget to put your sunglasses on when the 395 comes past. Name that tune, Alan. Off the top of my head, I've gone blank. Midnight Express. Looked really fast, isn't it? That it's really creeping around the layout. But when you have it that close, you wouldn't want to try and jump on it, would you? So this view is better. I'm being told by Gordon. Yeah, you are. Well, I don't know. I think you could be a bit big for it, actually, Alan. But I suppose if you go on a crash diet, I'll do some more of those zip wires, you know, and people getting stopped suddenly. It's just a Microsoft webcam, basically. I had to buy it because the webcam in my computer, which is in the lid like they usually are, just doesn't work. I go in and check, you know, and it says it's working, but I should get a picture out of it. So I think the actual camera itself is broken, but the computer doesn't know it. It's working well. Good, good. So was it okay with my hand round it for me to move it? Did that work? I'll give you a few seconds to type. So it does, I notice as the train comes past, it goes a bit brighter, doesn't it, and darker and that. A bit like your one, actually, Alan. Well, yours goes in and out of focus all the time, doesn't it? About time you got a new one. I know you've tried to get a new one, but So one of these is fine, you know, and I don't think they're about 20-25 quid about that, I think. So it's not too bad. Yeah, it's just the Microsoft thing. I've got it here, I think. Hang on, have I or not? I thought I might have a box here somewhere. I've got a dongle. I've got that. Oh, I have the box here. Hang on, just have a look. I've got one here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, look. So Microsoft Lifecam HD 3000. Unfortunately, it hasn't got the price on it, I don't think. Hang on, I've got somebody commenting. Who's that? Hello, Paul. Well, he's not on. Paul Bosman. He's a comedian. He's more of a comedian than Alan, I think. And I watched one of his little short videos, which is less than a minute, and he did make me chuckle. I've got to give him his due, you know. So he's just said he likes it. So I'll look at that later on. But he was on the stream this afternoon, so I don't know why he's not here today. I've just got things to do. Yeah, it was black when well, it would be. There's no light, is there? So we don't wish to know about your private life, Peter. You know, if you want to do that sort of thing, you know, just keep it quiet, right? So what I'll do is I'll just show you this box. I'll show you what I've got. Yeah, you're going shopping now, John. Yeah, absolutely. So I shall just put it there, out the way of the what's the name? I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure you will be able to. Look. You can see a bit of it, can't you? If it works out right, if the trains go past, I'll hold it. Oh, blimey, that's a bit close, isn't it? I'll hold it right in front, but I don't really want to lift the camera up too much. But I will move the camera in a while. Look at that for timing, pretty good. So if I put it back there, you might see it, but I'll have to grab it quick. Can you see it there? Yeah, that's what it's like. Oh yeah, mummy head. Oh, there we are. Thought I had it up here. Right. So yeah, that works quite well. I quite like that. It'd be interesting to see what it looks like on the TV. Oh, I will tell people off. I mean, you know, I'm sure you do it in your capacity as a moderator as well as John does. So it's good. We haven't had any new people. We haven't had anybody saying they're still here, have we? Hello, Rob Arnold. It's on you, aren't you? How are you? Hope you're well. So a bit of experimentation here. Yeah, that's only that camera's only 720p, so it's not full HD. It's sort of the the poor man's HD. But I think if I had HD camera, proper HD, it would just make the picture work. It might be worth using the original camera I had, which is up on the Perlin there, which is only a 420, and then obviously this faster broadband we think, but of course the picture will be a bit pixelated anyway, you know. Paul's got a problem, but I'll leave it until I don't want to click on it because I might lose the screen. Well, yeah, but that is to save your sea chickens, you know. I mean, I'll do it without if you like. Nice box, yes, Alan. It is a nice box. It survived up here in the damp, isn't it? I watched somebody that is, can't remember who it was. Perhaps you can remind me. Going to shut his set down because he's having trouble with things warping and everything. His platforms are curled up at the end, and his track was lifting or separating. So it is a problem, and he's in the loft, I think. So it can be a problem. I touch wood, I am. I'm pretty good. I did notice there was a big gap in one of my platforms, my Hornby platforms, and it was about an 1/8 of an inch gap between the two sections, and it actually unclipped it. Okay, Gordon, thank you very much for that information. Stockton Junction, that's it, John. So he's going to rip it all out and have a thought about it, isn't he? So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the 395 in the station. And we've been going 46 minutes, so we've got about a quarter of an hour, and I think it's about time to bring the Black 5 out. So I'm just going to go back into Railmaster, and I'll. You're leaking again, are you, your eyes? Never mind. Put your swimming costume on, Alan, and you'll be fine, mate. All right? And you'll also save our blushes, of course, if we had any. Right. I'll better do it the next one round, I think. Oh yeah, so you should see this stop in the station, although I expect the Germans are getting away. There we go. So we'll start slowing it down this side. It'll take half an hour to get around the layout. So is it a worthwhile improvement in the broadband, would you say? Has it been a worthwhile investment? And it's an 18-month deal. So I did notice the same deal at the moment is another £2. So I'm glad I did it when I did it. Right, we're nearly there. Bit more. I think the people in the last carriage might have a bit of trouble. I don't know. I'll leave it there. That'll do. So I'll turn the lights out because they're probably blinding you. Okay. So I'm going to come back to you now, and we'll let Earl go around for a little while. How are we doing? Oh, yeah, your eyes are leaking, Alan. I saw that. Yeah, well, we could have Alan on the next one if he's happy to come on. In all his glory. Okay, Rob, a lot better. Good. Yeah, it's much better. Sound and picture. Good. Okay. Yeah, might upgrade in 18 months' time. I suspect I could go back to them and say, I'd rather have the faster one. Is that okay? Because I'm with the same company. I mean, I've come out of one that I haven't finished yet, if you know what I mean. I think the one I was on before was 18 September, I think, the end date on that. So, and I haven't been charged anything. Oh, good, Stuart. Well done. Woke you up. No. What, Alan? No to what? You don't want to what? Move the camera or? Well, I can move it quite a way. I've got about probably got a 6 meter lead on it. And I'm going to have to move it because if I bring the Black 5 out, there'll be an almighty bang, won't there? So I'm going to have to move it before the Black 5 comes, I think. There you go. Well, that's right, John. Yeah, as long as you go up and give them more money, they'll be happy. But I'm not going to. I'll have to see what it's like on the TV. But from what you're saying, it doesn't look as though it's too bad. It's just a case of not running a load of trains past with a lot of noise on, a lot of sound, because the sound is still a bit hooky, isn't it? I think. I mean, I think the steam ones are better. As well, isn't it? A bit more light there would have been good. But so I'm gonna go and move the camera again, and I'll see where I can get it. So, are you ready to go dark? Here we are. Oh, you dropped the metal weight on the track. That wouldn't have done very good, would it? Right, so talk amongst yourselves, peoples, while I do some adjustments. Right, come out of there. Right. Okay, let's try it here. I don't know how well this is going to work. Let's have a go. Might be a bit crooked, I don't know. Right. Let's have a look at that. Let's turn it round that way a little bit and see if I can get it over a bit, I think. What's that like? Now we want to go around that way a bit, don't we? What do you think of that? Is that all right? I know it's a bit crookedy, but so what you're seeing in the corner, in the left-hand corner, is obviously the embankment, and we're by the signal box and the points there. So, you like that? What have I done? Hang on, what have I missed? I don't know. Oh, you're talking about your jab, Alan, are you? Yeah, I wouldn't say that it wasn't bad. It was just a bit uncomfortable, I would say. Obviously, we're all different, aren't we? But I wouldn't be too bothered. You're driving to Northampton, are you? I wouldn't have thought it was... You're listening, are you, rather than... how are you typing? Or have you got... Can you sort of speak to text? The hand of God, yeah. Well, no, Robert. Sounds like you dived into the toilet. Now, I don't want to do that. I don't live in Liverpool. Do a runner. I've never actually had a bad arm after the flu jab. I did have a bad arm when I had a pneumonia jab at the same time as a flu jab, but only in the arm where I had the pneumonia jab. Right, hang on. Oh, man. I'm not buying anything that I have to put on pre-order anymore. I've had enough of waiting ages and ages for them to come. So there are things that I would like, but if they aren't there because everybody's bought them, then I won't have them. I don't, it's not an era layout, is it? So I can have whatever is left at the end, really. That's good, is it, Paul? Duncan, good. Oh, hello, Paul. You've agreed. I did get your comments, but I didn't want to click on them in case I lost the stream. I don't think your video quality is that bad, actually, Paul. I mean, it would help if you could do a full screen. It's looking better. Is it? Good. So I'll probably... if you'll allow me to, when I do the next proper upload, I might use a bit of your video and include it in my stream, if that's okay. I do like to ask. The microphone is actually the one in the computer, I believe. There is one in the actual webcam, but I think if I use that for my voice, then I'd be very quiet, wouldn't I? Possibly, and the trains would be really noisy, especially with the sound on. So, right, I better. I've got about 5 minutes, so let me get the Black 5 out. I'm going to Railmaster again, and I'm going to switch that point over there. And I've got to remember. Oh no, we're all right there, aren't we? Oh, I think I'll have it running around the back of the station. So I need to whiz it up to the far end. No, not as far as Maud. Class 5 MT is the one in depth. So doing forward, and I'll do a little whistle. There he is, and out we come. Hopefully. Now this hasn't run for ages, so we'll see how we go. It's going. I've got nothing in the way, have I? Now, let's see how we go. So you won't see this until it comes round. So you'd have been right by it if in the old place, but never mind. I think I'll put a little bit of sound on the Black 5. I just want to see what it sounds like on the TV. But it sounds quite good here. Although Paul's got a Black 5 and it sounds a bit like Peter Shaw's one. So it's probably got a better decoder in. So I don't know what that looks like. It's a bit close, isn't it? I'll go a little bit quicker because it's got a bit further to go, isn't it? Right, I'm coming back to it. So what are we going? Yeah, I'm not sure it's automatic focus. I think it's just a fixed focus, but I don't think the sounds. I don't think the microphone's that bad in the computer, to be honest. It's more because it's coming down an internet connection, I think. Okay, thank you, Paul. I mean, it might be a little while because I've still obviously got all these. I've got the vote next week, and then I've got to make a couple of. But I might put one in one of the lockdown shorts winners one, right? Yeah, but I think I do think that this internet speed is getting on for 10 times faster than it was. So it's got to be some difference, isn't there? And yes, I think a couple of quid a month for this is as long as it looks as good. I mean, obviously I'm getting a superb picture here on my TV, on my computer. I could have bought the tablet out and do it, but yeah, good old predictive test. Yeah, Black 5 sounds good, Paul. Good, not bad. The sound, good. So we're coming up to 59 minutes now. So I think I'm going to just run the two steam engines a bit quicker because I just want to see if they still go down down the track without. I want to turn that out. So going back to Railmaster. Now I'll give them a bit of a speed up. I hope you can hear that. There'll be a bit of a blur in the camera, I would imagine. The other way, isn't it? There we are. So just get the oxygen going a bit quick because the passenger train, isn't it? They want to get to their destination. I'll put the sound on that just for this last little bit. Well, that'll be a right cacophony of sound. Right, so the old is at 40 miles an hour and the Black 5 is at 30 miles an hour. It's about right. The hats, yep, just about. I'm coming back to it. Well, that don't look bad, does it? Is that as good? Does that look good? Good. So right, we've done an hour, and it's just coming up to 10 o'clock. So I think I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you come back if I do some more. And I'll hold out what I think about the quality when I look at it back on the TV. So there we go. All right. Hello, Newlyn Railway. Just come in when I'm going. It still looks good on the 50 inch, does it? Good, good. And 180p, good. Good. Yeah, I've got I've got a 4K, I think, TV, the one I've got. But I don't have cocoa dawn. I have I'm just probably I have milk at night. I have a glass of milk on the bed. I like milk. I've still got a drop of beer left. Actually, I should drink my drop of beer for dinner. And I have a coffee with me dinner, or after me dinner rather. So we'll see what this looks like. We'll see if it's perking down the track at me and then disappears and comes back to me. I'll Doctor Who. So hope you can all say goodbye to each other. And I am really gonna end this broadcast, believe it or not. OT, no, OT. It's all good, is it, Alan? Thank you very much, Alan and John, for moderating. I hope you haven't had too much to do tonight. Quite a few that I thought might come haven't, but there we are. That's how it goes. And I think we've had about 20, 21 on. I've got 19 at the moment, so it's fine. It's heavy rain for you. Yeah, it is on your side, isn't it? I'm going to go out in the garden, I think, this weekend and have a go at the chopping down. So there we go. So yeah, thank you, Carl. And I'll next time I do it, I'll probably get get Alan on board in the stream if he's willing, and I'll do a 24-hour notice so that you can all think. So bye bye everybody. I'm just going to click on the end broadcast, bring up the end broadcast, and I'll go out as the trains come around towards you again. All right? Are you ready for that? And I hope you've enjoyed it. Right. Good night, Rob. And go and get your teas and whatever you want now. Your whiskey probably out of this lot, isn't it? All right, here we go. Come in. Oh, the black car's a bit behind. It's going fast, isn't it? So I think I'll wait for the black guys, all right? I'll give you a couple more seconds. And cheers. And bye, John. Thank you very much. That's kind of you. And I quite enjoyed the texting. Bye.